Hey guys, you got the Bub031 here again, and this is going to be another update to my Debeaujeu series. As you can see, I have already started some work right now on Debeaujeu, but it's going to be a step-by-step process of what I'm doing right now. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. So now that the intro's out of the way, let's begin part 5 of this series. So, the first thing I done was I've actually started putting down ballast. I've only got one section out right now, so I'm only doing one 4-foot section at a time due to the fact I'm limited with space here in where I have this set up. I've already glued down one of the buildings here, and thanks to M&M Rails, thank you very much, Mark, I've already started branding it. So this is the Cargill facility. It's going to be all Cargill due to the fact my trucks are named, have the company logo and all that, but this is all going to be Cargill facility. Over in this area, I am working on, well, a friend of mine's actually working on a locomotive for me, because this is where it's actually going to sit, either here or here. It's basically going to be switching out this back half of the module and the other 4-foot section in the far corner. I did also put some ballast down here, and as you can see, I've used medium ballast with a mixture of light gray, black, and brown. And as well, I did put some grass on the side. I am going to see if I could try to... I'm going to let it sit though. It's still a little bit wet, but once it's dry enough, I'm going to try to see if I can actually get the static grass to stand up on end. So right over here is going to be the DDG facility. I still got to put some other... a catwalk system and some piping in for this part. The pipe's going to come loose down to this area. That way there, it lifts off. And as you can see with the one section, I've already started putting in gravel and all that. And I painted the base to try and level it out. It did bow up on me, but we're going to try to work on actually making sure that this is flat. Or any other time, I'm going to probably pin it as it is. That way there, it looks proper to get across and everything like that. Okay, so let's move on. The other thing that I have done so far is I've actually put in a couple of turnouts, switch stands. This is the first one I've ever done from Caboose Industries. And yes, the target does turn when you flip it. So right now, if you actually look on the end, for straight through power and for running, it's green. If I flick it, it's now red. Green, red. That was my first one that I've done. I still got to also put the ground throws here. I still got to put one more there. And as well, once that's done, I still got to ballast these areas too, just to make sure the switches are functional and everything. What I also had to do here was I actually had to take the spring out of the switch so that now it moves nice and slow to actually keep it in place. And I got to do that for that area too. And yeah, so far so good. I still also got to put the hut here, and right in this area, I'm going to show you later, but I'm actually going to put a weigh scale in for trucks that are exiting out of the Debeaujeu area via the gate and all that here. And as you can see, I got a little gravel road coming back to here for trucks to access the switch stand here. I'm going to actually put a permanent truck. I'm actually going to permanently place a truck here and glue it down so that there's actually someone here to actually turn. As well, I still got to actually fill in the ballast in this area so that it does not interfere with the switch. Okay, so a slight little bit of a delay here with the switches. So I did get these little Caboose Industry ground throws. The problem is they don't clear the pilot on a locomotive right there. So I took them out. Maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna get more of these. That way there, they come out, they stick out a little bit more, and they're better to put down. But the problem is I'm gonna have to put some styrene down in that area to block, for the block, and put both switches in. That way there, it will clear a locomotive and a car at the same time. Alright, so this is a recap so far from this whole video of what I've done to the module of Debeaujeu. So, I did get 3 switches down, as you can see, and yes, they are hand throws. So all you got to do is flick them over, and they lock back into place. As you can hear the click. Also, what I've done is I've completely graveled and ballasted the layout. I still have to do the far side over here. I'm putting grass down on the edge as well. Other than that, I also glued in the actual augers now, so they're in place. And a couple of the buildings are now done. I'll take you over to the far side here in a second. And I'm also going to show you what I've sort of been doing. I have put a couple of lights in these buildings, but it's not permanently wired yet. So far, it's just temporary, a plug-and-play system, which I will be doing probably on my next, is the actual hard wiring, all the wiring to the layout, and I'll show you that in a minute. As well, some of these lights right here that you can see, they are LED stand. Thing is, they're not wired underneath yet, and you can't plug and play these ones. So I gotta connect these to plug and plays later, which I'll be doing on another segment. As well, I gotta put a light inside this building to help light up the area also. And on the drop-in pieces that I have here for both grain bins, because these will be dropped in and taken off for storage, I can't put a plug-and-play light into this due to the fact that I can rip out the wiring. So what I'm going to have to do is either put a light, a stand light, this way to shine in on the actual grain facility. And as you can see, these are what the lights look like. You get 5 of these in a pack. I got them from Amazon. I haven't tried them yet, but we'll see how they go. Okay, so I have 2 of the buildings now glued down as well, which I'm going to talk about here. I have the big shelter for this grain elevator now glued in, and as well, this hard shelter is now glued in as well. Not only that, each shelter has a light, and as well, this one actually has 2 lights, and we'll see how it looks. So I have Woodland Scenics warm white lights taped to the roofs, and what I did was I glued it along the side of the wall out of sight so that you can't see the wiring, and as well, I actually can't even see the hole that I drilled into to actually feed the wire through. So, yeah, that is basically the lighting so far that I have got done on this. Don't worry, there's going to be more to come. So as you can see on this end too, I got a lot more gravel and the ballast down for the main and for the sidings. So that's now done. And as well, I did put down more concrete pad which I use speckling compound for that. And this is where the truck facility is / repair shop. As well, this has lights too. This is going to light up. So really, this is going to be quite a bit of a scene. What I may do as well is I may put a stand over here facing inward so that it's shining on the grain bin. And I may put one over here shining in on the lot area for where the trucks will park. And on top of that, I actually do have one more light after that. So what I may do is where the two augers are, I may put lights there. I'll show you what I mean. So what I was thinking is maybe putting one more light stand here, either shining in on the hopper area or it's going to be shining in on the truck area. I know I got a light there right now, but we'll see what happens. Who knows? I may buy a couple of more light stands just to try and fill the place out. We'll see what happens. Alright, we're going to wrap this up. Alright everyone, this is going to be the end of this Debeaujeu segment of ballasting, graveling, scenery, etc. Just getting the fine details done and a little bit of lighting. There will be more wiring and more lighting to come. I still want to put the switch in here, and as well on the far switch over there, instead of trying to reach over, I want to put a Rapido switch machine in, or I may just try to do what I did over here, is make the Caboose Industry switches. But that's going to be it for now, everyone. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and as always, make sure the signal's green and keep moving down the line.